Her friend actually said Mya had, right before it happened, she had said, why is that car staring at us? Talking to people about, who are you into it with? Nobody wants to tell us, but you have to think about that could have been your son.
In the early hours of May 2nd, 2020, tragedy struck Memphis, Tennessee, as 18-year-old Mya Taylor's life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. The events that unfolded in those wee hours remain shrouded in mystery, leaving grieving loved ones and a community still awaiting answers to this day. It began like any other night for Mya's mother, Jolanda Wright, who was working late. Around 2 a.m., the woman took a break from her duties at work and made a call to her daughter, unaware that it would be their final conversation. A mere 30 minutes later, Jolanda's phone rang. It was a worrying call from her daughter's phone, but it was not Mya. Taylor, a vibrant and promising high school senior, had decided to join her best friend and a male teen, it is unclear if anyone else was in the vehicle, for a late night or rather early morning trip to McDonald's on Winchester. Little did they know that their quest to get food would lead them into the path of danger. Quickly after they entered the drive-thru line, a silver sedan pulled up beside them, and without warning, discharges rang out. In the aftermath, Mya's best friend managed to contact Jolanda, her voice trembling with fear as she relayed the horrific events. The 18-year-old had been struck and was unresponsive. Unfortunately, upon arrival at Methodist South Hospital, Mya was declared gone. Another victim, an unnamed 19-year-old male who was also in the vehicle, sustained non-critical injuries and survived. Mya's family was left reeling with grief and disbelief. They were unfamiliar with the young men who offered to drive the girls to McDonald's and suspected that the vehicle the teens were in might have been followed and intentionally targeted. Additionally, the teen's family also shared that Memphis police had obtained surveillance footage from McDonald's, which could potentially identify who was responsible. Within days, police released several photos of a suspect and the car they believed to be involved, a silver 2010 Toyota Camry. However, despite their efforts, no arrests were made, leaving the case masked in uncertainty. Early in the investigation, authorities stated that it remained undetermined how many individuals were involved in the incident. Prior to discharges ringing out, witnesses observed the suspect getting into the Toyota Camry, indicating a connection between the assailant and the vehicle. As the investigation unfolded, unsettling details continued to emerge. Mya's best friend revealed that just moments prior, Mya had voluntarily switched seats, moving from the back seat to the front passenger seat. Tragically, this seat swap placed her in the direct line of the assailant's discharges. The vehicle's tinted windows concealed the occupants' identities from those on the outside, making it unlikely that the assailant intentionally targeted her. Mya's family, struggling to come to terms with their loss, held on to the belief that she was an unintended victim.
My mom received a phone call from my sister's phone. Her best friend was screaming. She could hardly understand them. The only thing that she could understand was that Mya had got shot. She was a really sweet person. She was really goofy, so she didn't take much serious. Her friend actually said Mya had, right before it happened, she had said, why is that car staring at us? Talking to people about, who are you into it with? Nobody wants to tell us, but you have to think about that could have been your son, and you would want somebody to help you to bring them to justice. Her best friend didn't even know they were at the car. She just heard us and ducked down.
Her friends had noticed the car while waiting in line.
They said when they set up, Mya slumped over.
Mya had been hit.
They were close up range at the car. Mya was she was a playful person. always happy, always had a smile. We want justice, but it still wouldn't help. It would help, but it wouldn't make us feel any less hurt.
Tedrick Estes, assistant principal at Hillcrest High School, described Mya as a sweet, happy, and loving child with an infectious smile. The teen's untimely passing marked the second loss to weapon violence among the school students since the epidemic. Over 3 years have passed since the 18-year-old's life was cut short, and the search for justice hasn't ended. The lingering questions surrounding the identity of the males who accompanied Mya and her friend that night, as well as the reasons behind Mya's seat swap, remain publicly unanswered. As time marches on, Mya Taylor's memories live on in the hearts of those who loved her. Her family clings to the hope that someday justice will prevail and the truth behind Mya's tragic and untimely passing will finally come to light. If you have any information regarding this case, please come forward and help bring closure to a grieving family and a community haunted by a dreadful act. You can contact Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH or 901-528-2274, or you can also contact the Homicide Bureau at 901-636-3000. May the family and friends of Mya Taylor find solace in the happy memories, and may her soul rest in perpetual peace. Thank you.